If you want to create change and you want to do it right now, you know that coaching is the way to get it done. You go to someone who has the expertise, who's produced the result again and again, they've got a track record, and you get them to coach you. You have to be curious. If you're watching this right now, you probably have heard or know somebody who's been to one of our events, and you've seen what's happened in their life. They've shared with you the results they've had, or you can check one of our videos or all the testimonials of results. The reason it works is because it's total immersion. But the reason they love it so much is it gets results. It works, and they love the process. I mean, you've got to be curious to think about how could we have an event where in one weekend, over the course of 3.5 days, you could get people where they said it was the greatest experience of their life, and many of them got dragged there by somebody else who'd already been saying, come on, trust me, you just got to try it. Some people didn't want to be there at all. What happens is you go through a process that helps you to discover what controls the way you think, the way you feel, and what you do in your life. Every thought, every feeling, every emotion you experience in this lifetime is shaped by beliefs and values. All of your life is controlled by decisions you make. Decisions about what to believe, decisions about what to feel, decisions about what to do. And most of us are on automatic pilot, letting the world trigger us instead of taking back control of our life. And when you do that, just think of it this way. Anything you want to change, you want to change your body, you want to change your career, your business, your relationship, what to do requires the right strategy. If you want to lose weight and keep it off, you can't obviously just throw your pendulum and go on some silly diet. You got to know the things that are going to give you lasting results. So we teach those strategies. But some people even know what to do, but they don't do it. And why are we able to get people to do it, to follow through? Because 80% of success in anything, my friends, is psychology. And 20% is the mechanics. What that means is there's how to do stuff and there's why to do stuff. There are certain patterns in human behavior that make people crazy, make them frustrated, make them overwhelmed, make them depressed, make them give up. And there are other patterns that people have that absolutely light them up. They get them excited, they get them passionate, they get them where all of a sudden they develop a different habit, a different set of triggers where they find themselves following through consistently and doing the things that make what they dream about real. Those patterns, those triggers are really, really critical. So it's not enough to know just what to do. You got to know why you're going to do it, and you've got to align it with the way your brain functions. Everyone has different values, everyone has different goals or dreams, cultural background, religious beliefs. But human beings have something in common. We have the same fundamental needs. When your needs are met, you are lit up like a Christmas tree. You feel alive, you feel passionate. When your needs are not being met, you're going to feel a level of frustration or anger or fear or uncertainty or stress or maybe just boredom that just sucks the life out of a human being. All of us have two things we really want to master. If you think about it, we have things we want to make better, change, or improve. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you're totally honest, there's always an area of our life we'd like to make better. What it is that's missing, show you where you want to, help you find out where you want to go, and then show you a set of strategies to maximize it. But then we click on the part that makes it all move forward, which is your emotion and your psychology. I mean, think about it. Information without emotion is forgotten. Now, once you're totally focused and you know what you want, what your goal is, you know where you are and where you want to go. You understand where the gap is. That's healthy. Now, the second thing we need for you, the second pillar for sustainable success, think of these, if you would, as like, what does it take to have success last? What does it take to make a change last? Well, the first thing you need is this focus, where you know what you want and why you want it, and you're driven and you're hungry and you're committed and you got all your energy into it. And we help you to do that. Secondly, though, you got to put yourself in this place where you get the right skills. You need the right strategies. You need a map on how to get from where you are to where you really want to be. If your strategy for losing weight is to go on some crazy diet, you know it's not going to last. And yet that's what most people do. They have strategies that are not sustainable. And oftentimes the strategies you learn they don't require a radical change in you. They just require doing the right thing a little differently. Sometimes people even do the right thing at the wrong time, and then they get frustrated. You know, if you bought a home in 2006, buying a home might be the right thing. 2006 was the wrong time, at least in the US. So strategy and timing are everything, and I've spent 3 decades basically modeling people that have the most successful changes in their life, physically and emotionally, in relationships and finances and career, and said, what do they have in common? What do they do? What works? Let's do that. It's proven. Now, if you know what it is you really want and you give it total focus, and then you've got strategies that are absolutely proven to work, now, if you know what it is you really want and you give it total focus, and then you've got strategies that are absolutely proven to work, then is that all you need? Well, you would think it would be. But there are people, I'm sure you know, that know what they want and why they want it, and they know how to go get it, but they aren't doing anything. That's because they're missing the third pillar of sustainable success. And without 2 pillars, a 2-legged stool doesn't stand real well, does it? You got to at least have 3. That third one is you've got to eliminate the inner conflicts. You've got to kind of unlock and unleash. Unlock these conflicts and unleash yourself again. And what I mean by these conflicts is that when you go to an event, what you're going to discover is it's not that hard for me to change my body or change my relationship or get the economics that I really deserve or make a shift in any area of life. Not that difficult in terms of complexity. The difficulty is that we have these mixed emotions. Part of you wants to make everybody happy and please everybody, and you also want to be true to yourself, and there's a conflict there. You know, you want to be totally financially successful, and you don't want anybody to judge you. It ain't going to happen. They're going to judge you because they have their own challenges within themselves. You know, you want to be in a position where constantly you could really go for this goal, but simultaneously your fear pulls you back. And so you've got this conflict between your desire and your fear. Inner conflicts make people take 3 steps forward and 5 steps backwards. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. It's what makes people sabotage themselves. It's not that all the good ones are gone. It's not that the good times are gone. The reason you're not getting what you want is there's inner conflict, and that is my specialty, is helping you to figure out what it is and be able to shift it very quickly and create an alignment in you. So that every part of you is focused, you got the right strategy, and every part of you wants to move forward, and then you will. You'll be pulled towards what you want instead of trying to push your way to where you want to get. You're going to get exhausted if you try to just use willpower to make lasting change. It doesn't work. Push doesn't last. Pull, having something attract you and pull you forward, is a shift that happens inside of us, and I've got a process that over a few days will happen that'll make you feel a sense of excitement and passion and aliveness. It'll give you the pull. It's all about training yourself and conditioning yourself so that you follow through consistently and have the quality of life that you really desire and deserve. Does that make sense? Ultimately, If you get those 3 pillars in place, total clarity what you want and why you want it, put yourself in an environment where you really connect the emotion to that, that'll drive you when things get tough.
What you need to think is not how you see the world, but what you need to see is how the world sees you. The world sees you as much bigger, and when you can see yourself as the world sees you and not how you see yourself, is when you're going to go to another level.
You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas. Unquestionably, you must have faith. It's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. Yes, right. And it's worth it.